Wait, watch out. Wait, there's a fire extinguisher. There's a fire extinguisher. Oh, God.
Well, hello there. Honestly, I didn't know that we still cared about it. I really felt like the pandemic killed Coachella. But here we are again. And again, it seems to be like people are having a terrible time. But I've never known them not to have a terrible time. Now, who specifically am I talking about? Just the lot of them, the people who go, the types of people who go, never are able to just enjoy themselves without also going on the internet and telling you how terrible it was, but then also going again and again. And that's really interesting to me. But you already know what it is. We usually start by talking about what drink I'm having. It's always a Snapple. But you know what's really sad today? I don't have one. I know, you're all really sad for me. Everybody's crying. I can already see the comments. Thank you, by the way, for leaving comments. Thank you for subscribing to the people who have. Thank you for leaving comments to the people who have. Big hearts. So honestly, I've never wanted to go to Coachella. I grew up in LA. You would assume that that would mean that I have an immediate interest, but I don't. But I was thinking about doing a little bit of research to see like what kind of outfits people wear. And before we get into like the main parts of this video where I'm complaining about Coachella, I wanted to try and dress up as somebody who was going. So I don't know like what I'm gonna try to go for like a industrial like cable wires meets dune meets desert vibes. That seems to always work. I love you till the day I die. Oh, you already know. What, something stupid and doesn't belong on clothes that I should put on my clothes. Bringing Coachella Valley into my bedroom in New Jersey. So this is like my industrial sand. It's hot, but I'm hot. But I also somehow feel like I need to be quirky. So I've brought cables and duct tape. And I'm going to put something together. No, I don't like this angle. Oh my gosh. This is like such like a Coachella like purse. So here's the thing, like I need first and foremost something that makes it feel like out of the desert there is the desert flower. So that will definitely be this. I'm also like not actually a fashion guy. So, you know, just keep that in mind. I didn't buy anything for this video except for my joy. I bought that. Comes in a bottle called Snapple, which I actually don't have. I think we're gonna somehow like layer like, no, okay, because the duck, oh, no, okay. Starting with this, which is like basic, you wouldn't know, and you're like, but like it's cream. It looks really white on here, but it's like a cream. Then I think, so everybody's doing some stupid shit. So maybe I can, okay, it's just like a little too short. I'm already on the best dress list for everyone. I feel like deserts have cowboys. So yeah, maybe I just do like, okay, you know what? I think the accessories need to go after, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think I need to like, desert flower, my desert flower, my desert flower, my desert flower, my desert flower. Okay, we're putting on the desert flower. But this is Coachella, so we do things differently. We make things fashion. This is fashion, baby. This, you can go to the Met. But it doesn't really give desert. It doesn't really give, like, I haven't had water in a millennia. And nobody at Coachella seems to like bring a water bottle. Shorts, it's hot. It's hot in Coachella. And I'm hot. And so are you, so it's perfect. I don't know. Stop. I think we need to make my entire top out of duct tape. So suck in, girls. I'm just gonna go for this like corduroy because I'm supposed to look like I'm poor. I'm just kidding, oh my god. And then what if I did like this? Is this giving like boho? Do you think this would get me free tickets? You think Diplo would like pick me up and just be like, let's go? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is fashion. I'm gonna do like a wide and then I'll get close. I want you to stay. Now for the up close. Accessories, my accessories are popping. My earbuds are by my side. So like they lead to nowhere. Just sort of like, they're just sort of like in your pocket. And you're just sort of like, but honestly, Now, Coachella already. Why are we going? Okay, so I've never ever thought about it as a place to go because I've always known that over music it's for status. And I am here to admit that because I've never been, but I'm just saying that since I was in high school when I first heard about it, people who were going or the people who were talking about it were going because they could say that they've went. Most of the people who were going that I knew didn't know who they were seeing once there. I need to fix my bed. It's really bothering me. I take really good care of my things. Where can I like put this? Oh, let me do the thumbnail. I would like to believe that ultimately it is still about the music, but whenever I see people talking about it, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You're not at a 5-star resort. You're not at a hotel. You're not in an oasis. You're in the desert. People seem to always forget that. Or they're like, oh, I already live in LA, so it should be fine. No, you're essentially in a heat bowl. Lots and lots of people. And you gotta like bring like, why y'all not bringing one bottle of water? You guys, I just found the missing piece. Now I'm in June. Now I'm Coachella ready. Just the slightest bit of a form of appropriation that we don't really know, but we feel like it's something, but it's not anything that anybody could call out. So therefore, it's perfect. Okay, so now that we're actually like perfect and ready, I just wanted to add, like, did you guys forget that it was happening? I feel like I didn't even find it was happening until it was over. But like, I really feel like there's such a small subsection of people, and it feels like a vacuum because of that. But truly, step 2 seconds outside of that world, you don't even know what it was. I'm also just like, how much is like a regular ticket? Like if I just wanted to go, let's say I was still in Los Angeles, how much money would a ticket be? So Coachella General 2025 admission ticket starts at $599 for weekend 2 and $649 for weekend 1. VIP tickets are available for $1,199 for weekend 2 and $1,399 for weekend 1. Additionally, shuttle passes and camping passes are available. How long are headliners? Sets at 1.5 to 2 hours is generally a headliner set. However, there can be variations. I just think that the culture of a music festival, in my mind, is something that is for all. I was talking to my mom actually about this earlier, who has been going to music festivals since she was literally like 6 or 7 years old. And one of the things that she always said was, we were there for the community. We were there to laugh and have fun. We actually also really were there for the music is what I meant to say, but for some fucking reason I went on this tirade that actually made no sense. I just think that in general, the culture that was the music festival versus the culture that is now is very different. And of course, times change. I'm not necessarily saying that things always need to be like how they were, but I am hoping that in the future we're able to bring back more of like a welcoming vibe for people of truly all economic status. You guys, I shouldn't say nobody made you go. I feel like if you spent like 2 more seconds thinking about what this festival was and the conditions that you might be in, considering that people have been complaining about Coachella since I first heard about it, 2015, 2014. There have always been major heat complaints, lack of resources, lack of parking, artists, sets falling apart, glitching out. All of this has been known. So I just don't really see where we're acting like, I just don't think that Coachella is very cute. Now, what are the situations where I would go? 1, I'm the artist. 2, somebody's paying for me to go. 3, I was kidnapped. I also just really want to say that there's a lot of walking involved, and I think that no matter, even if you're from New York City, there's still such a culture in forgetting like what walking really means in conditions that aren't pristine. I feel like when it comes to Coachella Valley, they're going to be as hot as fucking possible. And people need to think about that. And I also would like to just say that the types of people who are always advertising Coachella are very specific type of person with a very specific type of body type. That's not their people's fault necessarily, but it's just to say, like, it's essentially for models off duty. Except they're not even off duty because they're being paid to be there and then leave and go back to their 5-star hotels with their AC and their pools. Which, once again, I'd love that. No, really, I'd love that. I just think it's really important that we put together the fact that that won't be our experience. If you go to Coachella and you're buying the cheapest ticket, you're not gonna have the Instagrammable perfect weekend that you see online. So sadly, that place is for the elite. I think if you're not the elite, you should still go, but it's just like, but whatever. Okay, that's really all I have to say. I'm gonna take off this really terrible outfit. I'm going to get the rest of my Sunday together before work. And I will talk to you guys later. Please subscribe. I love you. Goodbye.